Imagine standing on a planet whose sky is not lit by distant stars, but by a neutron bomb, a pulsar spinning hundreds of times per second, firing death rays capable of erasing every trace of life in a single breath. This is not a hallucination from the pages of science fiction. This is PSRJ 2000-322-650b, a paradox of creation that the James Webb Space Telescope has only just begun to unveil. For decades of silence, this system remained a taunting mystery, infuriatingly elusive. It appeared once, then vanished again, swallowed by noise and uncertainty in the data. But now, thanks to its infrared vision, JWST has managed to thread the needle through blinding light, peering at this world without being overwhelmed by the lethal glare of its pulsar host. In this blazing carbon hell, where temperatures forge the planet like a warm stone after sunset, the universe plays a brutal game of cosmic hide-and-seek with the laws of physics. If the void itself can compress ashes into colossal diamond cores, then what meaning do humans fragile as an ember in a roaring fire truly hold? Today, we will decode 5 secrets of this lemon-shaped planet, from its anomalous redshift to the possibility that it is a relic from cosmic dawn, a journey that leaves you with one sobering realization. Earth may be small, but it is our only refuge in the galaxy's unforgiving symphony. To sustain the eerie atmosphere of the void, let us set aside the dry numbers for a moment and step into a strange cosmic fairy tale. Imagine the universe as a vast playground where familiar rules are completely overturned. Here, the host star is not a warm, benevolent sun god, but a neutron zombie monster, radiating terrifying power from beyond the grave. Once a brilliant giant star, this object exploded in a violent rage and then collapsed in on itself, becoming an ultra-dense sphere no larger than a city, yet weighing as much as an entire solar system. It spins like a deranged top, locked in a cosmic game of hide-and-seek that stretched across decades of silence. Then, in that suffocating darkness, the superhero JWST arrived. Hovering like an ember in a roaring fire, the telescope deftly threaded the needle through blinding light to track down what had been hiding. What it found was the planet PSRJ 2000-322-650b, a warm stone after sunset, being mercilessly stretched by its pulsar monster. Under this brutal gravity, the planet is no longer spherical like Earth, but crushed and distorted into a lemon shape, whirling through a dizzying dance with extreme orbital eccentricity. It completes a full orbit in just 7.8 hours, astonishingly fast, faster than a single night's sleep. Its atmosphere holds no breathable air, only thick soot clouds, where carbon refuses to bond with oxygen to form life, instead existing alone as the strange molecules C2 and C3. Peering into this infuriatingly elusive mystery, JWST used redshift measurements to confirm one thing with certainty. This is no ordinary planet, but a relic from cosmic dawn. It had appeared once, then gone in earlier reports, but now its statistical significance is undeniable. And although it lies in a region that could be considered warm, a kind of pulsar, habitable zone, this world has chosen a mantle of pure carbon, defying every hope of life-bearing worlds. What stands before us is one of the strangest carbon planets ever found, a solitary survivor that endured millions of years in silence, waiting for the infrared gaze of humanity to finally tell its story of rebirth from the ashes. Now, strip away all innocence and steel yourself to plunge straight into the eye of a true physical hell. This is no longer a gentle tale told by firelight. This is a brutal battlefield where matter itself is tortured to the limits of endurance. For decades of silence, this planet remained a taunting phantom, infuriatingly elusive. It appeared once, then vanished in faint records. But now, James Webb has threaded the needle through blinding light to tear away the veil and expose its horrifying true face. Hold your breath as we enter Secret 1. The atmosphere of absolute isolation. Imagine a sky with no white clouds, No golden sunlight, only a suffocating blackness of soot, sealing the world in eternal night. Here, oxygen and nitrogen, the breath of life, have been completely erased from the chemical map. In their place scream the monstrous carbon molecules C2 and C3. The host pulsar relentlessly fires lethal gamma rays, roasting the planet at a nightmarish 1900 Kelvin. All familiar chemical laws are reduced to ash, replaced by a new regime where carbon rules through destruction. Do not stop, because we descend deeper into Secret 2, the diamond core and the reign of ruin. Beneath the soot-black shroud, unimaginable pressure performs a cruel miracle. Carbon is no longer mere graphite. It is crushed and compressed until it restructures into pure diamond. A diamond rain falls from the void, thousands of kilometers thick, forging a core that is dazzling yet terrifyingly cold. The planet now resembles a colossal jewel, suspended in a storm, a relic from cosmic dawn, hiding within a lethal game of cosmic hide-and-seek. Secret 3. The deformed lemon shape and the pain of matter. Look at its pitiful distortion. The pulsar's ultra-dense gravity stretches the planet like a toy twisted by an invisible, colossal hand. With orbital eccentricity pushed to the extreme, the world is endlessly torn by savage tidal forces. Super winds roaring at hundreds of kilometers per hour scour its surface, threatening to fling all structure into the frozen void. It is like a warm stone after sunset, slowly cracking beneath the pressure of an unforgiving fate. But the truth grows even darker in Secret 4, the origin of a rebirth forged in blood and fire. PSRJ 2322-2650b was not born from the gentle collapse of a primordial nebula. Redshift data and spectral composition reveal it as a parasitic remnant formed when the pulsar violently stripped matter from its now dead companion star and reshaped it through a catastrophic collision. This was a horrific event that appeared once, then vanished, leaving behind an entity incompatible with every known model of planet formation. All previous theories are crushed beneath the presence of this alien survivor. And finally, Secret 5, the lethal kindness of the giant. A paradox cruel almost to absurdity. The pulsar is warm enough for the planet to lie within the thermal habitable zone. But do not be deceived by that number. Infrared light captured by James Webb confirms, with devastating statistical significance, that any possibility of life-bearing worlds here is utterly extinguished. Gamma rays and extreme radiation turn this system into an eternal slaughterhouse. PSRJ 2322-2650b is nothing more than an ember in a roaring fire, illuminating the universe's beautiful yet horrifying destruction. This is not a planet to explore, nor a dream of a second home. This is a true physical battlefield, where gravity collides with carbon to compose a requiem of annihilation. It stands as proof of an indifferent universe, one where the greatest diamonds are sealed within absolute death. James Webb has not merely delivered images, it has delivered a warning. The beauty of the galaxy is sometimes written in the language of brutality. We stand here, small and humbled, witnessing an entity that endured through decades of silence, waiting for the moment it would finally be revealed to human eyes. Brace yourself, because after this storm, we must confront an even harsher truth about the limits of our place within the vastness of space. But after all the dazzling brilliance of diamonds and the terrifying power of physics, I must bring you back to a reality that is, frankly, unforgiving. Set aside those radiant dreams of cosmic conquest, because this is the moment we must confront our own pitiful smallness. Look into the mirror of the void and you will see that we are nothing more than a fragile ember in a roaring fire. Do not rush to dream of a day when human spacecraft might descend into those soot-dark clouds. Even though the James Webb Space Telescope has managed to thread the needle through blinding light to return invaluable data, PSRJ 2322-2650 650b remains, for us, a taunting phantom infuriatingly elusive. It lies thousands of light years from Earth, a distance so inconceivable that even if we built the fastest spacecraft imaginable today, hundreds of generations of our descendants would grow old and turn to dust before traversing even 1,000th of the journey. The universe, by its nature, plays a merciless game of cosmic hide-and-seek. It places before us the greatest cosmic jewel in the galaxy, yet guards it with a pulsar giant, a killing machine that unleashes gamma rays powerful enough to erase all biological structures in an instant. The orbital eccentricity and redshift values we analyze with such fascination are, in truth, insurmountable physical barriers, walls erected by the very laws of nature. Humanity's current technology is little more than a paper toy when set against the crushing power of gravity here. If we were to approach, our spacecraft would be crumpled like scrap tin before it could transmit a single signal. These secrets have appeared once, then gone across decades of silence, leaving us burning with curiosity yet weighed down by helplessness. Even if this lemon-shaped planet holds temperatures like a warm stone after sunset, and may even be labeled as lying within a theoretical habitable zone on our charts, the truth remains cold and ruthless. This is not a promised land for humanity. Any possibility of life-bearing worlds in such a hostile realm is utterly extinguished by the reality of a relic from cosmic dawn, now being steadily devoured by its pulsar. The statistical significance of James Webb's discoveries does not bring us closer to claiming a pulsar planet. Instead, it pushes us back, forcing us to see our true position more clearly. We are merely powerless spectators, standing at the edge of a brutal and indifferent cosmic drama. The universe was not made for us. It simply exists magnificent and merciless, indifferent to humanity's small desires. We are stranded on a fragile blue planet, bound by the limits of the speed of light, able only to observe from afar the grand destruction unfolding beyond us. The death of a star and the distortion of a planet form an epic we can never take part in, only hear its echoes from the distant past. Cherish the tiny speck of dust we call home, for beyond it, space is nothing but an indifferent battlefield where life never truly had a chance to begin. As the final images of the lemon-shaped planet fade into darkness, let your mind drift freely into the grand panorama of the cosmos. PSR J 2000 322 2650b is no longer merely a cold scientific subject. It emerges as a poetic reminder of a beautiful chaos. In the void, death is never the end of a journey. From the ashen remains of fallen stars, the greatest diamonds are forged. From catastrophic collisions that tear space apart, the deepest secrets are revealed. This is the beauty of cosmic recurrence, where destruction itself becomes the seed of a brighter, more radiant form of creation. For decades of silence, the universe has played an intelligent game of cosmic hide-and-seek, with humanity's burning desire to know. This world appeared once, then gone, like a taunting ghost, infuriatingly elusive. Yet, it was our persistence, through the infrared mind's eye of James Webb, that finally managed to thread the needle through blinding light. We may be nothing more than a fragile ember in a roaring fire, but that ember was brave enough to illuminate the deepest darkness and glimpse a relic from cosmic dawn. We short-lived beings, whose lifespans are but a blink within the galaxy's long symphony, may never conquer pulsar giants or set foot upon that glittering diamond core. But does that truly matter? Through measurements of redshift, orbital eccentricity, and calculations of statistical significance, we have achieved something extraordinary. We have touched the purest beauty of existence itself. We have realized that we live in a universe where destruction and creation intertwine in wondrous harmony, where every carbon atom in your body may once have been part of a brilliant diamond rain in a distant past. That lemon-shaped planet may not be one of the possibility of life-bearing worlds we have long searched for, and its pulsar is certainly not gentle like a warm stone after sunset. Yet, its very existence stands as proof of a habitable zone of human intelligence. a place where we continue to dream and reach outward, fully aware of how small and finite we truly are. James Webb has opened the door, but it is you who defines the meaning of what lies beyond it. Tonight, as you stand beneath a star-filled sky, let fear of the void give way to gratitude. Do not look up and feel alone. Look up and recognize yourself as part of this vast current. Cherish every fragile moment of life on this blue speck called Earth, because in a universe that is indifferent and unforgiving, our existence is a breathtaking miracle. Thank you for traveling with me through clouds of cosmic soot to find the light of knowledge. The universe is still there, with countless mysteries awaiting us in James Webb's future observations beyond 2026. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so we don't lose one another on this journey into the impossible. Farewell, my fellow travelers, and always keep the flame of curiosity burning brightly in the great cosmic night.